In this video, I'm going to give you the exact method that I've been using to generate over 150 sales calls for my business for the last 12 months using mostly Twitter. This video is specifically designed for you if you run any sort of B2B company, whether that be an agency, a software company. Doesn't really matter where you're at in your journey. You can be a complete beginner and you're just getting started, or maybe you have 100 employees. As long as your target audience is on Twitter, this will work for you. And no matter what your offer is, I can pretty much guarantee that by the end of this video, you'll be able to generate more leads than you currently can. You'll have more leads than you'll know what to do with. Now, if you don't know, Twitter is single-handedly the best place in the world to do outreach right now. But for whatever reason, most people overlook it. Compared to something like cold email, you end up getting way better reply rates, and not only that, but also positive reply rates as well. Because with cold email, and I hate to break this to you, but you will be seen as just another spam email in someone's inbox. And with Twitter, compared to something like Instagram or LinkedIn, your messages are actually way more likely to be seen. Because on both Instagram and LinkedIn, you're faced with another million people doing outreach to your same exact audience with a very similar offer probably. So instead of you just being a faceless email address in someone's inbox, on Twitter, people can actually see your posts. They can see who follows you. They can see who you've interacted with and also your recent tweets. And this is especially effective if you're making tweets that make you seem like an authority, meaning tweets to show off your expertise, maybe some case studies, or just something that will let people know that you actually know what you're talking about. And just in general, Twitter is a way smaller game, meaning if you're verified, people will see your message. And I don't know one person that has their assistant or their setter on Twitter. And to be perfectly honest with you, the method that I'm about to show you today isn't manual like it used to be. But as we grew, I started to understand that we actually need systems in order to scale our business. Because as you probably do as well as a business owner, I have to hop on team meetings, I have to make sure everything is running smoothly, I have to fulfill for some clients, and I have to make sure our general marketing is going in the right direction, plus hop on sales calls, hop on calls with our sales team, etc., etc. And so I don't have time to be looking for leads manually all day. And so for this very first step in my method, I'm going to show you how we scrape leads using a tool that will allow you to just do this on complete autopilot. It takes just a couple minutes to set up, and then you'll have leads being generated in the back end. And so in here, you can do a whole bunch of things. You just go to new lead source, and then you can use the lead scraper. You can use CSV import if you already have leads, or you can use the lookalike leads feature. I like the lead scraper best personally. And then here you can either do a tweet source or an account source. I personally like tweet source, and all you have to do is you just open up Twitter, and let's say for this example, we are going to find SaaS founders. So I would just open up Twitter, and then I would go to someone like Levels.io, who is a famous software guy. So we're just gonna paste him in here. And then what I like doing is I'm just gonna go after people that he follows. We're gonna hit next. There we go. And now we are going to say that we only wanna reach out to people that he follows and that also have the word CEO, maybe the word founder, and then there we go. Let's just see what this comes up with. And obviously, if you want to go more in depth, you can add a lot more keywords. I think a good one here to add also, let me just actually go ahead and redo this, would be something like MRR, right? Because as you can see, he has /M. So we're actually going to do that as a phrase right there, /M. There we go. And then we're going to go in and we're going to add a CEO. We're going to add founder. We're going to hit apply. And there we go. Our list of 2.3 thousand people just went down to 530. But these are going to be some pretty high quality leads because it's people that this guy follows, right? So now we're just going to give our lead source name. We hit save, and now we're all good to go. And we have our first list of leads. So basically what I did here in 30 seconds would have taken me hours to do manually. And now we have 505 very qualified leads. We have their Twitter handles and we are ready to reach out to them. And for step number 2, we can actually just use the same tool we used to scrape leads to send highly personalized messages to all these guys on complete autopilot. Because while you can just download the list we just scraped and then reach out to all these guys manually, if you're anything like me, you don't want to spend all day doing that. And so I like looking for tools that will automate my workflows and will even sometimes do it a little bit better than a human would. And before you go into the comments and say that automated DMs don't work, I think you're gonna be very, very surprised at what this tool can actually come up with when it comes to personalization. So what's really nice about this tool is that it actually has a ton of different features that allows you to send highly personalized messages to each and every single one of your leads that we just scraped. So we're just gonna select the lead source that we just scraped. We're gonna hit next. And now here you can either do AI generator and have AI completely take care of your message, or script personalizer, which is what I personally like doing a little bit better. Now, this is one of my favorite features about this tool specifically. You can either do the standard version of GPT or you can do advanced, right? And I'm pretty sure they are going to upgrade to GPT-5 very, very soon. So you always want to hit the advanced if you're going to be using AI personalization. And now, if you're going to be using AI personalization, you need to add some context in here, right? It doesn't have to be very long. You just have to give the AI a little bit of context about what it is that you do. For example, we can just say, I help businesses scale through automated personalized Twitter outreach. Then when it comes to script, this is where your script will go. Now, this script that's preloaded in here is actually one that we've used with a ton of success. The reason why it's so successful is because it uses AI to actually look into the lead's profile, look into their website, and then determine, number one, who they target, and then number two, what service they provide. And so essentially this message is offering them a lead list of 1,000 people that fit their ICP and that are interested in their service. And then we are obviously just letting them know that we'll send it for completely free. Now for settings, AI creativity, I set it to 1.1. Split messages, I always turn on. Include website context turned on so that I can actually look into the website. Tweet context turned on as well so that I can look into recent tweets. And now what's really nice about this is that you can literally just hit generate and see what it's going to come up with. So here, for example, we have Charlie here, who's the CEO of Copyblogger. And now we're just going to hit generate and we'll see what it comes up with. So here we go. So this actually generated, so it says, hey Charles, because that's his name. I put together a list of 1,000 marketers, business/brand owners, freelancers, and content creators who might be interested in improved content and copywriting skills. Cool if I send it over at no cost, right? Because that's what this guy sells, Copyblogger. And then he sells a course to get 6 content copywriting market courses for the price of 1, right? So that's what he does. And so you can see the message perfectly fits that specific person. And we didn't have to do any research on this guy because the AI took care of everything, which is absolutely insane that we can do that now. Then you hit next, you can add follow-ups if you'd like. You can schedule as many as 500 messages per day, and I highly recommend that you go down here in the advanced settings, you do check activity, you reach out to people that have been active within the last 30 days. Now you can also only reach out to people in a specific country, so if you want to do the US, for example, you'll just do that. And you can also only message people that have their Twitter profile in a specific language. In this case, we're going to select English, and now we are all good to go. You hit next, you give your automation a name, you select your sending account, we're just going to do demo, you hit create, and now you're sending highly personalized messages at scale to people that perfectly fit your ICP. And again, it's actually crazy how good this is. And the fact that this is now available on Twitter is honestly crazy to me. And if you're curious to know the tool that I used in this video, it's actually called Drippy.ai. And yes, this is a little bit of a shameless plug, but if you want free access to Drippy, you can hit the first link down below the description. You can get started with your 7-day free trial. So you can just copy everything I showed you in this video for yourself and see some results. Now, this was just a practical guide on how to do lead gen on Twitter, but I bet you probably want to become a wizard at cold outreach. And if you think what one of the most successful 9-figure entrepreneurs of our time has to say about cold outreach might be valuable to you, then click this video on screen to find out what Alex Hormozi has to say about outreach and how that applies to Twitter specifically. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you there.